For your health and wellness needs, visit alsherbs.com, alsherbs.com, because your health is your wealth. For all your tech support needs, visit ASCS Technical Services at ASCSTS.com. We have on-site service as well as remote support options. Check out brokegeniuses.com. Stay in the know. Order some of our latest merchandise as well as use our financial tools to help you on your daily financial journey.
What's going on, everyone? I just want to show you something that I created that I talked about on Finance Friday. It's basically a budget calculator. So this tool is very useful because what it is it's a tool you could use to see where your budget is, see where, gauge where your money, how much money you actually have left over, if you're under budget or over budget. So let me check to make sure this is showing good. Give me just a second. And I also post regular content on my page as well. So let me see if I can make this like as big as possible so I can show you guys, see how this shows up. Yeah, it's a little bit better, but yeah, just to show a little of my programming skills, let moms know that that money didn't go to waste. Basically, I created this budget calculator, and it's via Calconic, so it's a calculate builder. I didn't make it from scratch, okay, but I did more. I did pretty much a good job on it. So I'm gonna go over just basically kind of where things are right now as far as like my budget. I'll go over my budget, just a rough draft of it. So I'll plug in some numbers. Let's see how it looks here. Could barely see it, but it'll show kind of bigger. I'll just, if you just read verbatim what I'm saying, it actually, I don't know, depending on how your screen is, it might show better than, okay, so I got mine. So well, it depends on how you're viewing, because sometimes you have to change. It's like three dots on the far right of your screen, like on your mobile or your laptop. If you change the quality to like the highest quality, which is like 720, it'll show better. You just have to adjust the view. Sometimes that'll throw it off. So it already supplies certain numbers in here. So I'm just gonna go over kind of how my budget is right now. I'm gonna throw myself out there a little bit. So I paid I got like a cell phone, Boost mobile phone. It's like $50. And then I have an internet hotspot. It's like $50 a month. So I'm like paying internet and cell phone. It's like $100. Man, trust me and believe. If if you're doing anything like advanced with like, you know, your laptop or your computer, you don't want to just get like, this is like a mobile type of setup. Like, I don't recommend anybody, if you're doing like some high intense computer usage, internet usage, to just have a hotspot. Okay, because like ideally, when I get everything said and done with my house, matter of fact, as soon as I get the electricity in, probably within the next couple weeks, I'm gonna call internet service provider to install cable internet. So, you know, I don't recommend that for if you're doing anything advanced. But if you're doing like email, if you're checking your email, you might be going on social media to check certain like websites, or you just doing like maybe some light, moderate browsing. Yeah, you can actually get away with this. Like, you can literally, you know, save a lot of money by just getting a hotspot, paying $50 a month. And then, you know, if you're out and about, you bring your laptop out for like, you know, your friend's house and stuff, you can use their Wi-Fi. A lot of things are not really open yet, so, you know, it depends on where you're at, how that works. But this kind of setup works for me because right now I'm mobile, so I'm not really at a fixed location yet. So, but yeah, I don't recommend a hotspot for someone that does, like myself, a lot of heavy internet usage. So I get away with it because I kind of have to. It's like better than nothing. But if I had the choice, I would definitely get a cable modem serviced based internet service provider, such as like Comcast or whatever other options they have. You know, because it just, you're gonna need that bandwidth. So home improvements, this is a big one because, you know, like I mentioned before, I kind of had a spat with a friend of mine that we going half on a property together, and home improvements was one of the biggest things that was a problem. So right now, I have no choice but to go full speed ahead with home improvements because that's the move, and it's the only move. And, you know, his situation is a little bit different, where he still kind of has some crutches that he could rely on. I'm all out of crutches. So I'm spending about $2,000 a month on home improvements. Okay. Transportation, gas is I saw gas for $1.98 somewhere around where I'm at now. So it's like $2 a gallon. I'm going to the office Monday through Thursday. So that's about, I would say at least about $200 a month, you know, as far as gas, because I'm not going that many places, but it could vary because I have to go all the way from western suburbs to Gary, Indiana, at least once or twice a week. So it could be like about 250, 200. I mean, I have to look at my credit card and look at my debit card and see how much I actually am spending on gas. I mean, basically my personal capital account, and it'll show me how much I'm spending on transportation costs. But I roughly just say about at least $200. Now, utilities, I have no utilities right now, so I don't have to spend anything on utilities. So my savings, I'm not really where I need to be with savings. I'm sacrificing savings a little bit, but I'm still saving at least $100 a month on average. This is where it's kind of get a little crazy because, you know, this is the point of contention, because basically I'm at about $1,900, man, between paying for temporary residence and also paying for the contract on my house that I am fixing up right now as we speak. So this is the point of contention. I mean, basically, I got to try to get this taken care of right away as fast as I possibly can, so I can get out of here. And then also as a secondary plan, try to find maybe uh, a room to rent or something like that, because I'm paying way too much. I'm not gonna. This is not gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta definitely make another move and lower my expenses and try to get like some type of other setup, maybe even rent someplace or whatever, because I could probably save at least $700 just by renting a room somewhere. If not, probably even $1,000 by just renting a room. So I need to probably make that move for next month. But anyway, that's where it goes with that. I do have children. I don't have no government stated child support. I just pay my ex-wife this for my children. It should be pretty much enough. Um, you know, my thing with child support is, if you got money, depending on how much money you have, you definitely want to, save some money for them. And then, yeah, you gotta pay, man, for, you gotta look at it like this. Like, I look at it like this. The difference between me, and I'll get a little personal. Um, by the time I had children, I was about 30, about 30, 35, 34. So I looked at it was, it's kind of like I needed really somebody to just, probably even be a surrogate. I mean, literally, like, that was how I looked at it. So it was, the game plan was always, I knew I was gonna have to be financially responsible for my children. So it wasn't no situation where I was gonna complain about paying for my children, because that was what I said to my ex-wife before I got with her. I was like, I mean, how much? That kind of like a joke, but I was serious. Like, how much would you charge me to have my children? You know what I'm saying? So I just, that's how I look at it with that. I mean, I believe children definitely are the future. Legacy. I'm willing to, if I can make more money, I can probably have more children. Okay, so because I want to have a lot of future. You know, but I paid about 500 for that. Business and investments. I do, have to buy stuff for my businesses, like my herb business. I have to re-up herbs. I have to pay for other things, for investment purposes. So I figure about $100 a month. My insurance, life insurance, and car insurance, and um, even I have home insurance too. I need to plug that in, but I paid that every 6 months. It's about $700. Case like something happens, house burns down, something like that. I pay for that, but just for my personal insurance, car, life insurance, I pretty much pay about $220 a month for that. Groceries, I like to eat. There's no pretty much hiding that. Spend probably about, I would say, $200 between groceries and restaurants. I am trying to get more on the grocery side, because I don't really think that I can afford to really kind of waste too much money on restaurant food, and especially low quality restaurant food. What's going on, Soul Shader? So I definitely don't think that I can afford that much, as far as paying a lot of money for low quality food. Oh wow, okay, that's cool, man. You exercise your vote. Debts. I'm not paying anything towards my debts. I know I'm a slave to debt. I am not disagreeing, but right now because I mean, only thing I got is student loans, but it's in forbearance or whatever, and basically, I'm just not paying that. Okay. Uh, when I get settled, I will be paying for my student loans, and I zero out miscellaneous too, because basically I don't have any miscellaneous or whatever things or whatever. Now here's the thing that I put in here. $2,000 for home improvements, but you know what? I'm gonna realistically say that I am definitely not spending $2,000 on home improvements. I would like to, but it's probably more close to $1,500. Um, but yeah, as you can see, I'm a little bit under budget or over budget. I'm a little bit over budget. That kind of makes sense. I might be under budget because I might be plugging in some of these numbers a little bit more. A lot of these items are fixed, but yeah, I definitely make other money too. This is just 4,200. I do make other monies as well. I mean, it just depends, but just at a bare minimum, I just count my one job that I do. I don't count the other stuff because it's like a variable. I mean, honestly, like my personal capital says I make this every month on average, but I mean, I don't know. I have to look at it, but I mean, even if I made that 4,800, I'm still over budget, so I definitely need to look at some things to kind of cut some things out. Basically, I'll just say this, just looking at my budget with this calculator, this is the point of contention that I need to work on. I need to find a more like low cost living arrangement, because this is way too much for me to really afford. The 300 is okay. Um, that's a given, but paying, more than that, paying like $1,600, man, for temporary housing, it's not affordable. Okay. So yeah, this is a brief video, you know, definitely brief video or whatever. I just wanted to go over this calculator, and it's a pretty cool tool, man. It's on brokegeniuses.com. Basically, all you have to do is just go there. It's already up, and you plug in the numbers and see if you're under budget or over budget, and you could see like, okay, where can I cut my budget? You know what I'm saying? Where can I, basically have more money at the end of the month, than just paying out so much money. And then how much money do I need to spend? What do I need to do? I mean, probably I might need to go, do another job, give me a part-time job, because I'm under budget. So spending my free time watching Basketball Wives and watching, Love and Hip Hop, what could I do? I could be, I could sign up for this company here, all you women that have very good mouths, you know what I'm saying? I think that's let me check that link. I think that is the company, because basically arise.com, yeah, that is the company there. So this is the plug. Now you women and men that use this link, and then you get hooked up to get you a remote job. You getting paid $15, $16, $17, $18 an hour. Don't be SpongeBob SquarePants, man. Come back and be like, man, hey, I appreciate you, Broke Genius. You put me on a little side hustle. I'm starting to make a few coins. Definitely kick back, man. But I mean, you definitely don't have to. But I would. you know, I definitely think that you should, look out for people in different ways. At least comment. Just be like, hey man, I appreciate it, man. You helped me out. That let me know that I'm doing something good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, therefore I'm not, just putting out a bunch of, garbage out there for the public. But this company here, you could work like different shifts and stuff like that, and it's all 100% remote. And what's good about it is you don't have to go outside your house. You can, one thing I will notice, and just to give you a background, you probably already noticed it too. You can get a lot of these jobs now because customer service centers are getting bogged down with calls and chats and phone calls, because basically a lot of people have more time to focus on their bills and different accounts and stuff like that. And then they having a lot of problems with ordering stuff and whatnot. So these like call centers and whatnot are getting bogged down with phone calls. So they actually, like, people actually be like scratching their head, not knowing what to do and how to get a job. This is the lick. This is the, come up right here. You get with this company, you already got a job, your weekends are free. All you have to do is just watch your children, or you just gotta maybe do some errands or something. But pretty much you work during the week and then you off on the weekend. Where here you go, you can knock out 20 hours, make $15 an hour. You got $300 extra every week. Now you got $1,200 extra you could plug into your budget. Now you are under budget, and then you got extra money that you could apply towards, if you got debt, paying your debts. Make just you'll have a much more better, financial outlook, or because you got more money coming in, you got another job. And yeah, this is just one of many companies that, primarily is, customer service is primarily women, but it is men in customer service too. I work customer service. That's why I talk the way I do. I mean, I'm a very customer service friendly individual. I can definitely work at I could work at Chick-fil-A, no problem. Uh, but yeah, I mean, you just do anything. I mean, like, I mentioned before, QME is a survey company. Um, Basically, I don't know if that's the actual website, but I'll just say it's called QME. Because basically, you could just do surveys and make like $10. You can make like a couple bucks a day, $5 a day, just doing surveys. You could do them on your downtime at work and make like $5 or $10. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like money for gas money that you just make every day. And it's just, basically income when you just like, sitting, waiting for something you on your job, just knock out a couple surveys on your cell phone and there you go, or your computer, you know what I'm saying? You got like $3, $4, $5 a day just doing surveys. You could buy thrift store goods and sell them on eBay. I mean, it's a million things you could do to make a little coins to be plug in your budget to make more money. You know what I'm saying? It's like ways you could do it. I do Etsy, I do eBay, I do DoorDash. I don't do the surveys as much as I used to, but I mainly do DoorDash primarily. Like when I need money, extra money, I just do DoorDash, because I mean it's pretty much all I gotta do is just deal with, like, bad thing I hate about DoorDash is that people that order DoorDash be living in apartment buildings, and I do DoorDash a lot of times at night. and people are very, very difficult. The apartment buildings are very, very difficult to order. I mean, to deliver to, because it's hard to find them. And then they be like ordering groceries, and you delivering groceries to somebody in an apartment building, and it's like you holding the groceries, and you gotta call them to ask them what their buzzer is and all that goofy stuff. It's just, I don't like the people that order stuff in apartment buildings. When they live in the house, it's very convenient. Just pull up next to their house, come in, drop their stuff off, and it's done deal. Man, like a lot of these people, man, like for every DoorDash order you get, it's like maybe one person that has a house, and probably like five that have like you gotta deliver it to an apartment. But other than that, if you could just deal with that type of stuff, I mean, you can make a little extra, little $20-$30 real quick for like a couple hours, maybe couple, like 1 or 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? So you do that a couple times, I mean, you know, you'll be straight. You'll be good to go. If you do that like 3 or 4 days a week, and you do it for longer than 3 hours, you could, you know, make like probably $40-$50 a day, $60. And you know what I'm saying? You got your budget is solid. You're under budget. You don't really have to cancel anything. You got enough money to pay all your bills. You got enough money if you're not coming up short. You know, I mean, it's a lot of things you could do. I mean, for women, you could because a lot of times you got care.com. So care.com, you could babysit other people's children. You know what I'm saying? You could like, you know, a lot of times people want to go take a like dinner date, go on a date or something like that, or they want to go do something, and then they, you know, just need somebody to watch their children, you know, for like a couple hours. You know, you make like, you know, $20 an hour just watching somebody's kids. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could do like dog walking, walk people dogs and stuff like that, because like a lot of time people don't really want their dogs to be, you know, don't want to walk. They don't feel like walking their dog. You know what I'm saying? So you could like do that. I mean, it's just like, man, basically it's no excuse really to be like under budget, or even just not to have any money at all, to be just like zeroed out, like talking about like, I mean, you have zero money when it's just like all these opportunities to make money. You know what I'm saying? It's just way too many ways to make money. So yeah, this is just, you know, just a tutorial on the calculator that's on my brokegeniuses.com website, and you know, it's live, it's up and running. The next calculator I probably will work on is the 1.5 rule calculator, and that's just basically a rule to be under the actual, like as far as being, it's a rule that I created to deal with people buying their house way overpriced. I mean, not so much overpriced, but like buying two houses that they can't afford, you know. So this rule will get you under that like margin where you're paying 50% of your income on a house. You know, it'll definitely, this rule will take care of that, you know. So look out for that. And then probably after that, I'll do a stock profit calculator. And then that'll be pretty much that. So yeah, this is pretty much you know, just a little short video to just go over this. This actually went longer than I thought it would be. I was actually gonna be like, I thought it was gonna be like 10-15 minutes tops. But all right, you guys have a good weekend.